What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking all 10 head coaches who have been recently hired to all these different NFL teams. Yeah, we're going to be ranking them on a scale factor from 1 to 10. And I know it's been about 2 weeks since the last upload, so this video took a minute because I was waiting for everybody to finally get done with their hiring. So yeah, I probably could have did a different video during the week, but yeah, it's okay. So yeah, like and subscribe. I also want to thank you guys for how well my last video did. I have like 126 views. Thank you guys so much, and yeah, thank you guys a whole lot for that. And let's go ahead and get in the video. Remember to like and subscribe. Alright, now to a more interesting one that I want to talk about, and my defensive tackle got hurt. Awesome. Joe Brady to the Bills now. So Joe Brady was their offensive coordinator. He got promoted up to head coach, and I am not a fan of this one. This gets a 3 out of 10. Oh my God, but I'm just not a fan of this hire. I don't like it. It's more of a downgrade from McDermott, you know? Like, I don't know why fire McDermott to hire a guy who calls the same 5 plays on offense all season long, and also the reason why you lost in the playoffs. So, but like, it was just to make Josh Allen happy, I guess, or I don't. It's just more of a downgrade. You didn't gain anything from firing Sean McDermott, who won the division in the last, what, 8 seasons? So I mean, it's not a good hire. It's a downgrade for Buffalo. If you're asking me, it's just not a good hire. They could have got anyone else. This is the last guy they needed in there. It's just, I don't think it's gonna work out that well for Buffalo. Buffalo probably makes the playoffs because of Josh Allen, but I don't think they'll go any farther than they were with McDermott. It's just not much of an upgrade. So firing McDermott kind of seems pointless now, and the Bills GM looks more of an idiot every day. So, but I'm a Patriot fan. I don't hate Buffalo or anything. I don't mind, but I like Josh Allen. I like all of them. I just think this is a horrible hire. I think most Bills fans can agree with me that it's a bad hire. So 3 out of 10. Probably one of the worst hires out of all the head coaches so far. Moving on to the Steelers, who hired Mike McCarthy. Now, I'm gonna give this like a 7 out of 10. It's an okay hire. It's just not much of an upgrade from Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin obviously stepped down as a head coach, supposedly, but it's just not much of an upgrade from Tomlin. I mean, Mike McCarthy hasn't done anything since 2011, just like Mike Tomlin. It was extremely mid after 2011, just like Mike Tomlin. You kind of catch what's going on here. Like, it just hasn't been very good. It's not much of an upgrade. I mean, he'll get you to the postseason, but how far can he make in the postseason? We don't know. It's a whole new thing. It's just not a great hire. It's okay hire. I mean, you're just gonna be mid again, which that's not the Steelers one, and that's why you're trying to get Mike Tomlin to step down. But, and I saw it. But it's just, I don't really agree with this hire at all. I don't really agree with the hire here. I mean, it's going to be okay. You'll make the playoffs probably, but you're not going to make it much further in the wild card or divisional round with Mike McCarthy. I mean, we'll see. He might change, and he might do me wrong, but he didn't do too good in Dallas, and only had that one Super Bowl in Green Bay because of Aaron Rodgers. So I mean, we'll see. Time will tell. Ravens hired Jesse Minter after firing John Harbaugh after a long tenure there. So Jesse Minter, I don't know much of him, but he ran such a good defense in LA. I mean, they're one of the best defenses in the league just this last season. I think they're like 5th in passing yards and 5th like in points allowed per game. They're one of the better defenses. So I think this guy, I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. Better than Mike McCarthy or anything. This is what they kind of needed, was a new young head coach like Jesse Minter. I do like this hire a lot. It's kind of what they had to try to get out of the Harbaugh shadow and kind of move on, and I think that's the best thing they could have done. They didn't. You know, hopefully he knows to just run Derrick Henry in the last 11 minutes of a football game. But yeah, so we'll see kind of what happens there. It could be important for that defense too, because that defense needs to be revamped, because they're supposed to be a really good defense, and then they just weren't that impressive all season long. That's why they barely missed the playoffs, because of their defense. So I mean, hopefully Jesse Minter kind of revamp the defense there, and I mean, it could go really well for the Ravens, or it could go really bad. We'll just have to see what happens. I just killed Joe Burrow. But yeah. So, but I think out of like all the ones they could have got, kind of go with the defensive round coach. I think that was the best one we could have went with. So Ravens, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I feel like it was a good head coaching hire. I think move on to their division rival. Now they hired Todd Monken, who's a part of the Ravens. We're talking about the Cleveland Browns here. So, I don't know what I think about this. His play calling wasn't that great in Baltimore, if you're really asking me. It's okay. I mean, some questionable stuff, definitely, at times. I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. I don't know. I don't know where he's going to get Cleveland. I just really don't know, And sometimes it's not always the coach's fault. Is he going to be as effective as Kevin Stefanski was there in Cleveland? I don't think so. They might win a couple games. I think they're going to be extremely I don't know how good they'll be, but I don't think they're going to be that great. I hate Madden. I really hate Madden. I really hate Madden sometimes. Either way, though, I don't care. So we'll just kind of see what happens with Cleveland. I think it's going to be an okay hire. I think it's going to be good for Shedeur Sanders to improve, and Cleveland could be that team like next year, but this upcoming season, I don't see it right now as that great of a hire. I mean, he could obviously turn around. Everybody could turn it around. But, it's just not impressive as, Jesse Minter, Dave Woolerson McCarthy. So, a 6 out of 10 for Todd Monken to the Browns. At least not as bad as Joe Brady. Okay, you did a better job in just promoting whoever you had there at Cleveland. So, but it could be the way to go. He could at least try to rebuild the culture, kind of too. That's what you also could use. It could be a stepping stone to rebuild the culture in Cleveland from we suck all the time to at least hey, we're decent and we're contending to maybe try and make the playoffs. So that could also be a good thing for Cleveland as well. Cleveland also has had some stars and stuff as well, but we'll see. Kevin Stefanski to the Falcons. Okay, now I feel like this is a great hire. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I think this is a outstanding hire. It's what the Falcons needed. Okay, this is the perfect guy. I think he can call a good offense. I think he can improve Michael Peanut, and I think he can improve Kyle Pitts and Drake London. I think he can do a lot of things, and make the Falcons a decent team. You're in an easy division that you can win. I think this is a great hire for Atlanta. I think it's the best hire they could have made, and it's going to be good for the Falcons. So, yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of this one, I would say, and I'm pretty happy about this one. So, it's a good hire for the Falcons. It could definitely turn their franchise around and do much more. And Kyler Murray, I hope you get traded. But, yeah, anyways. So I think Kevin Stefanski to the Falcons is a really great hire. Moving on to John Harbaugh to the Giants. Now, this is one of the very first ones, and I've had some time to definitely think about it. I'm also a fan of this hire. This gets a 10 out of 10 for me. Look, Harbaugh did great things in Baltimore, right? Made the playoffs a lot. Won them a Super Bowl. And he did many great things for Baltimore, and now he's going to do the good things for New York. New York needed somebody like John Harbaugh to come in there and coach Jackson Dart and coach Cam Scattergood and coach Malik Neighbors. It's a really young team. That defense is good with Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns and Abdul Carter. And you have stars all around that team. They just needed a decent head coach who could find them in the right place, and I think that's what John Harbaugh is perfect for. So I think that's what they really needed, and I think John Harbaugh will turn some things around New York. Moving on, we're going to talk about this when we're here. So, Clint Kubiak did get hired to the Raiders, even though technically he's still in Seattle for the Super Bowl. Okay, so Seattle fans, don't freak out yet. He's not going to pull a Lane Kiffin on you and just leave you. But he's going to do the Super Bowl with Seattle, then go over to the Raiders during the offseason. It's going to be, reported on Super Bowl day and everything. So we are official that he is a great, and from the Raiders. This is the best hire you could have done. This is perfect, okay? This is what you needed to do. You get an offensive mind in there. You're going to draft Fernando Mendoza. This is the step in the right direction for the Raiders. This is where you need to go. Are you going to be guaranteed really good next year? We don't know. But at least you get a young offensive mind in there like Clint Kubiak. And you also get you also get it's just really good stuff with the Raiders. This is really great stuff for the Raiders, and yeah, so getting Mendoza and getting Clint Kubiak, it's going to really work out. I hate James Conner. I hate defense. I hate the Saints. I hate. But anyways, it's going to just work out, and I think Clint Kubiak is a great hire. It's probably one of the best hires you could have got out of anybody that was there, since Vance Joseph doesn't look like he's going to leave Denver as of right now. And we do know this is for real. It's been confirmed by Adam Schefter, so we know this is going to happen, but he's going to go and do the Super Bowl Seattle, and then after the Super Bowl, he will leave to go to the Raiders and just see how things go. So I think the Raiders could be a good team next year, and I think they're going to be a good team to come for a while. So next up, we have Robert Saleh of Tennessee Titans. This straight up gets a 9 out of 10. This is one of my favorite hires. I think Saleh did such great things in New York, and he did such great things in San Fran just last season. Saleh is a good head coach, and I don't know why the Jets gave up on him. I mean, he had one of the best defenses in the league when the Jets were at their worst. They're in the top 5 of the league. He's a good defensive coordinator. He's good at doing defense, and that's a perfect team to go to. It's a young team of many stars. You have Cody Barton, Jeffrey Simmons, many defensive stars. So the Titans could be kind of dangerous next year if they get a big wide receiver #1 and stuff like that. So the Titans is a team to watch out for next year. They also got Brian Daboll, which is also huge. That's a great offensive coordinator to have. He could work well with young Cam Ward. So, I mean, this team, man, they could be good. So Robert Saleh is a great hire for the Titans. This is the best step they could have took. They still regret getting rid of Mike Vrabel, but it is what it is. So this is one of the best steps the Tennessee Titans could have took in order to take a step forward and get out of the Vrabel shadow and get away from Brian Callahan. I think this is probably their best hire they could have done. So easy 9 out of 10, and I think the Titans will be dangerous here in the next couple of seasons. So good hire, Tennessee, probably the best hire you could have done. And you're also in an easy division to win as well, even though they're getting a little bit more competitive, but time will only tell. So good hire, Titans. Overall, yeah, 9 out of 10. Next up, we have Jeff Hafley to the Dolphins. Now, I'm gonna give this like a 6.5 out of 10. I'm not a big fan of this hire. You know, I mean, it might work out for Miami. At least revamp that defense that needs to be revamped and stuff like that. So that might work out very well for Miami in the long run. They also got to find a quarterback as well. So, I mean, a lot of stuff needs to happen for Miami to be competent next year. I don't think they're going to be that great again next year. But it was definitely a step in the right direction. Get out of the Mike McDaniel era. And yeah, so I think it's okay hire. He wasn't that great as a college coach. He didn't do that well as a defensive coach. I mean, he did okay. So kind of see what happens with Hafley, but I think it is an okay hire. So 6.5 out of 10. We'll kind of see what happens down the line here for him. And I mean, it could turn around, but it's just, I don't know if we'll just kind of see how he does. He doesn't really. Yeah, coach beside he's like college career, he didn't do that great in college, and he did okay as a defensive coordinator. So, but definitely good hire for Miami. At least it's a step in the right direction, just not the perfect fit. As right now, they could have went a couple of different ways, but they didn't get Harbaugh, and I guess they didn't want to wait for anybody else. So I mean, not a bad hire at all, Miami, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Last but not least, we have Mike LaFleur. Now, I didn't do this in the Madden. I don't know why. I just must have forgot about it. So, yeah, I just didn't do this in the Madden. Whatever, though. So, Mike LaFleur. I feel like this is a decent hire from Arizona. And, give it like a 7 out of... No, actually, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I kind of like this one a lot. You know, I kind of miss Matt LaFleur, even though a lot of people don't like Matt LaFleur. I think Matt LaFleur had a great offense. If you didn't know, he was the Rams offensive coordinator for a long time there. Remember how good the Rams were? Matthew Stafford, MVP, almost 50 touchdown season. So, yeah, I think Mike LaFleur is definitely a good hire. And I think the Cardinals, it was a very good big step that they needed. Overall, probably going to go ahead and give it, yeah, 8 out of 10. I already said so. Okay. Alright, and that will also end this video. I want to thank you all for coming in and tuning in. And yeah, so that'll do it all. I will see you guys in the next one. This is kind of the final coach and the outro combined into one. Boom. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me just know what else you guys want to see. Let me know if you guys like the NFL videos or not in the comments below. Like and subscribe. and I'm out.